Now let us start the next topic, that is lines and angles. Now you are already familiar with some concepts like line segment, ray and an angle. Now let us revise once again all these concepts. First, what is a line? The set of all the points in a plane in a straight way gives the idea of a line. The line is AB and a line can be extended on both sides and it has no endpoints on either side of the line. So here the line is represented by 2 points, any 2 points on the line. So this line can be represented as line AB or line BA. Now what is a ray? A ray is a portion of the line, a part of the line. For example, now this OA is a part of the line and this can be represented as OA. Here O is the end point of the line, end point of the ray, and this ray can be extended towards the point A. So a ray has only one end point and it can be extended on only one direction. Now line segment. What is a line segment? So this is also a part of the line and which has 2 endpoints and it cannot be extended on either side and it has 2 endpoints on either side. A line segment can be represented as PQ line segment or QP line segment. Now let us define an angle. So what is an angle? The union of 2 rays with a common endpoint is called an angle. Here the angle AOB. Here OA is a ray and OB is also another ray, and these 2 rays have the same endpoint, that is O. So the union of 2 rays with the common endpoint is called the angle, and this angle is represented as angle AOB or angle BOA, or simply we can write angle O. Here O is the vertex and the rays OA and OB. So these rays OA and OB are the arms or sides of the angle. Now types of angles. First, zero angle. An angle whose measure is 0 degrees is called zero angle. So there is no angle formed. So the angle whose measure is 0 degrees is called zero angle. And the second angle, right angle. An angle whose measure is 90 degrees is called a right angle. So this angle is right angle 90 degrees, and the next straight angle. An angle whose measure is 180 degrees is called straight angle. So this is straight line, straight angle is formed here. AOB is straight line. So angle AOB is straight angle, that is 180 degrees, and the complete angle An angle whose measure is 360 degrees is called complete angle. So one rotation is completed here, 360 degrees. Now fifth one. Now the next one is acute angle. An angle whose measure is more than 90 degrees, more than 0 degrees and less than 90 degrees is called an acute angle. So the acute angle lies between 90 degrees, lies between 0 degrees and 90 degrees. Now this is an acute angle, 30 degrees. So the acute angle lies between 0 degrees and 90 degrees. Now the sixth one, obtuse angle. An angle whose measure is more than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees is called an obtuse angle. So it lies between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. Now 120 degrees. So it is an obtuse angle. Now the seventh one, reflex angle. An angle whose measure is more than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees is called a reflex angle. Now this is a reflex angle, for example 270 degrees. Now these are the different types of angles. The first angle, zero angle, whose measure is 0 degrees, and the next one is right angle whose measure is 90 degrees, and third one is straight angle whose measure is 180 degrees. The next complete angle whose measure is 360 degrees, and the acute angle lies between 0 degrees and 90 degrees, and the obtuse angle lies between 90 degrees and 180 degrees, and the reflex angle lies between 180 degrees and 360 degrees. Now let us solve a few problems based on all these topics: the line, line segment, ray, angle, and the different types of angles. So the first question: name the figures drawn below. Now what is this figure? So this figure is a line segment AB. And the second figure, now this has only one endpoint and it can be extended in only one direction, so it is called a ray. Ray PQ. And the third one, now it has no endpoints and it can be extended on either direction, so it is said to be a line CD. Now this is a point R. Now the next question: draw the figures. First one, angle AOB. how to draw the angle AOB? Now it has two rays with a common endpoint, so that is O. Now this can be represented as A and here. So here two rays OA and OB with the common endpoint O. Line PQ. Now we can draw a line PQ which can be extended in both the directions. Point A. Now this is the point A. Ray AB. Here the initial point is A and it can be extended towards the point B. So here also we draw the same thing. Initial point A, it can be extended towards the point B. Now the line segment CD. So the line segment CD, it has a definite length and it cannot be extended in any direction, and it has two endpoints C and D. Now let us see the next question. Name all the possible line segments in the given figure. Now there is line segment AB. On the line segment AD, other 2 points are given B and C. Now we should name all the possible line segments from this figure. So all the possible line segments. Now starting with the initial point A, so we can take AB line segment and AC line segment and AD line segment, and with initial point B we can take BC and BD, and with initial point C, so we can take CD. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 line segments, and let us check whether there are any other line segments from this figure. So if you take BA or AB, both are same, so we do not mention BA separately, and even BC and CB both are same, so we do not mention CB line segment separately. So there are only 6 line segments from the given figure. Now the next question, identify the angles, identify the given angles. Now the first one is, now this angle, it is more than 90 degrees, so it is an obtuse angle. For the second one, now it is mentioned with a right angle here, so 90 degrees, so it is a right angle. Now it is more than 180 degrees, so it is a reflex angle. And the fourth one, no, it is less than 90 degrees, so it is an acute angle. And next question. Write whether the following pairs of lines are parallel lines or intersecting lines. The first one, so when the two lines are parallel lines, if the two lines do not intersect, then they are said to be parallel lines. And when the two lines are said to be intersecting lines, if the two lines have a common point, then they are said to be intersecting lines. Now, the first question, the two lines are given that. Now we should check whether they are parallel or intersecting lines. The two lines are L and M. So these two lines do not intersect, means they do not have any common point, and the perpendicular distance between the two lines is same everywhere. So these two are said to be parallel lines. In the second figure, PQ, and the two lines P and Q have a common endpoint O. So that is why these two lines are said to be intersecting lines, because they are intersecting at a point O. In the third figure, now these two lines M and N seem to be non-intersecting lines, but if you extend the two lines, so if you extend the line N in this direction, so it will definitely intersect the line M. So that is why these two lines are also called intersecting lines. Now the next one, now these two lines are also parallel lines because they do not intersect. Now the next fifth one, now here the two lines are intersecting at a point P, but the two lines have a common point, that is P. So these two lines are called intersecting lines. So if two lines have a common point, then the two lines are said to be intersecting lines. If two lines do not have any common point, then they are said to be parallel lines. So far we have discussed, means we have learnt about the point, line, line segment, ray and angle, and the different types of angles such as zero angle, right angle, straight angle, complete angle, acute angle, obtuse angle and reflex angle, and also we have learnt the intersecting lines and the parallel lines. Now let us learn the another concept, that is the pairs of lines. Learning about the pairs of lines, pairs of angles, learning about the pairs of angles. Now let us see what are the complementary angles and what are the supplementary angles. So first we will look for the complementary angles. Now for example, angle AOP is 30 degrees and angle PQR 60 degrees. Then what is the sum of the two angles? So angle AOB plus angle PQR equals to 30 degrees. Now angle AOB plus angle PQR. Angle AOB is 30 degrees plus angle PQR is 60 degrees. So this equals to 90 degrees. So if the sum of the two angles is 90 degrees, then the two angles are said to be complementary angles. Now we can write the definition of the complementary angles as, so when the sum of the two angles is 90 degrees, the two angles are called complementary angles. Now for example, angle X is 45 degrees and angle Y is 60 degrees. Now let us check whether they are complementary angles or not. Then what is angle X plus angle Y? Angle X plus angle Y equals to 45 degrees plus 60 degrees. So then 45 plus 60 is 105 degrees. Then the two angles X and Y are not called complementary angles because their sum is not equal to 90 degrees. And if you know one angle in the pair of complementary angles, then what is the other angle? The complementary angle of X of X degrees is 90 minus X degrees. So the complementary angle of 30 degrees is 90 minus 30, that is 60 degrees. The complementary angle of 10 degrees is 90 minus 10 degrees, that is 80 degrees. So then the other important point is each angle of the pair of complementary angles, each angle of the pair of complementary angles is an acute angle. Now each angle of the pair of complementary angles is an acute angle. Means if you take any pair of complementary angles, then in that pair of complementary angles each angle must be an acute angle. So in the given example 30 degrees and 60 degrees, so this is a pair of complementary angles. So in this each angle is an acute angle.